Happy feast of the dedication of the Basilica of St. John Lateran. St. Paul tells us today in the letter from 1 Corinthians chapter 3, you are God's building, the temple of God. You, each one of you, you and me together, are temples of God. Temples are places set aside where God is present, where God is worshiped, where sacrifice is offered to God, and where God's grace flows among all the people and out into the world, just as we saw in Ezekiel's vision in our first reading. Today we want to reflect on being a temple, being a living temple of the living God. How is God present in our lives? How are we worshiping God every day, all day? How are we offering sacrifice to God? What does that look like in our lives? And how are we sources of the flowing water of God's grace and goodness to the world? That's what we're called to be as temples of God, as temples of the Holy Spirit. So reflect on these things today. Look at your own life. Where are those things active? Where maybe do they need some work? Spend some time talking about that and praying about it. And for your Lectio Divina today, why don't you try the second reading from Mass today, from the letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians, first letter, chapter 3, verses 9 through 17. That's more than what we had at Mass today, but it's the same reading. So that's 1 Corinthians 3, 9 through 17. May God bless you, and may you always live as temples of the living God.